Hello lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. And on today's episode we are going to be making the most slimy okra soup recipe prepared by a Ghanaian sister. And if you want to know the secret behind the sliminess of this okra soup recipe, please watch this video to the end as I'll be taking you through all the processes right after this intro. Don't touch the dial. Welcome back. First thing first, we are pouring in all the okra that we have in the house, the 2 bags of okra nicely chopped into the pot. Are you seeing that is the Ghanaian sister that is making this? I assisted where is necessary, but here she is the one pouring in all this okra into the pot. And after that, she added in the finely chopped onions into the pot. Are you seeing that? So here is the magic, the baking soda. She added about 4 to 5 spoons of baking soda. This gives that okra that slimy you see in it. And also some people use potash, but for me potash is not healthy to eat. Here comes the locust beans, and I poured that in, and we topped in boiled hot water. Please, she used boiled hot water, and from what I observed, the boiled hot water was the same level with the okra in the pot. Please make sure you don't cover the pot after you have poured in the hot water. This is because the sliminess of the okra can outrun the cover of the pot, and that will be a mess. Thumbs up this video right now because it is worth it. You can see this is boiling up, and then she stirred and stirred. See what she has done. Look at how this has boiled up. This is called Adame. Adame is Ewedu in Yoruba land, and here she's adding that Adame leaf into the okra. And also here comes the spinach. Just follow all the steps, you will not miss it. This is the most delicious okra soup I've eaten in my whole world life. Yes, I can say that again because I enjoyed this. And look at, she has added in all the vegetables and she stirred. Remember, at this point, no salt, no seasoning cube, no seasoning was added into this recipe, and she beats the okra. Just watch what she's doing so that we don't talk more than we have watched. You can see how she's doing that stirring carefully and consciously. Look at when it has boiled up. This is why you must not cover the pot. You can see it is coming up, and it can do what it can at flow. So to avoid this, you have to leave the pot open and your eyes on it so that you can control. My people, check out the slimy. Oh my god, all for me is the sliminess in this okra. Like seriously, I didn't know that baking soda can work this magic, and I'm so glad it did. So here comes our protein. We have the cow leg, we have the pomo, we also have the muzzle meat. Those has been pre-cooked, so now we are just topping in the mackerel, which has been nicely washed. And after that we'll be seasoning, and after the seasoning we are going to allow that to cook. That is the only stock we are adding in this okra later on, but keep watching, people. So at this point we decided to control the okra because it was about to run over. It was running over, people, almost. And here we added in our mixed vegetable spice, added in salt, and then we added in the seasoning cubes. Yes, don't be alarmed, you can see a big pot of okra. That is why we are adding in this quantity of seasoning cube. And we also added in the shrimp powder, and we poured in our pepper mix made of onions and fresh peppers, all that into the pot, and we covered. At this point, the okra has cooked up enough, so we decided to move it off the fire, and you can see that aside. So here we have already added a little water into the sauce, and this fish has cooked up. So what are we doing? We are going to be removing the fish so that it doesn't break into pieces, and we achieved that. And next thing, we poured in our finely washed dried fish, and this is dried meat, everything into the pot, and we stirred and stirred, and then we covered, and that's cooked up. And then we say thumbs up this video because it is worth it. Let's pour everything into the okra. You can see how that is looking, and we poured all except the fish into the okra, and we rinsed the pot. And then here we are melting our palm oil. Are you forgetting, people? Are we not going to add palm oil? Of course, this is the time they normally add the palm oil. You can see all the protein in the pot of the okra. Then in that palm oil, we'll be adding in our finely chopped onions. That is when the oil has been heated. Then we add in the onions, and then everything will come back into this pot. So here is our smoked mackerel. We are topping this in so that the taste of the smokiness of this mackerel will be left on top. Like this video, share, please comment at the end. Tell me what you'll be eating this okra with. I am so interested. I'm so happy to make this video because it is worth all the time and the taste in the soup. Okay people, so now we have melted the oil, and the oil will soon be going into this pot. And then my sister said, let's rinse and add in the remaining water into this okra. This is because we want it to be light. We don't want a thick okra. We need that light okra here. So here comes the oil, onions, everything into the pot. My people, our pot was almost overflowing. That is the gospel truth in this recipe. The okra wanted to overpower us, but do you know what? We cut a little out of it so that we can add in the fish you are seeing over there. Look at it. Just look at it, people. Look at us trying to do what? To manage our big pot. This is our big pot. Like, this soup was large. It was really ringing a bell. If you know this soup has called you out, please don't forget to answer it appropriately in the comment section. So people, you can see how slimy, how you're trying to do what? Incorporate the oil and the onions, everything into the wort, into the okra itself. And then after we have achieved this incorporation, we did what we splitted a little out of the soup into another pot, and then we added in the fish. Just keep watching, people. And also, we'll be leaving the list of all ingredients used in this recipe in the description box. This is what it is. We tasted and we noticed we needed more pepper in this soup. So at this point, we added in the finely blended dried pepper to make sure that we have the heat in this okra. What is okra soup without the spiciness in it? And you know, I love it so spicy. So people, we added in dried pepper, and we added. So keep watching. So we've added enough pepper to our taste and satisfaction, so we cut down the soup. At this point, you can see it has lowered a little, and that was when we added in the finely cooked mackerel. So people, this is what it is. We added that in, and we did what? We stirred and stirred consciously and not vigorously. So keep watching. Please don't click out because I have a video towards the end of this video which you will love to watch, and I'm leaving that as my word giveaway in my video. So please just taste this soup with me, and then let's see if it is now spicy before we take it off the fire. And don't forget to like this video, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share to your friends and well wishers. Thumbs up this video, people, and let's start our other video. Yeah, this is an extra clip on my video, an extra one. I'm making my puree. You can see I have poured in the powder into the hot water and allow that to steam a little, and then I'll be pouring in boiled hot water, and then I will let that to simmer for 5 minutes. And then people, what is done? Our puree is done, just like our fufu. And that is what it is. You can see how I'm doing, like I'm pounding the whole thing just to make sure I get a good balance. The consistency I want is what I was chasing, and I topped in little hot water so that can steam up very well. And I cover the pot, allow to steam for 5 minutes, and then people, it is almost done. So stir and stir and stir, and then get in your foil to wrap. I have my folio, the nylon to wrap my puree, and it was really worth my time, worth everything. Take it along with this, my slimy okra soup, and I tell you, they're gonna give me a tang bar. I served with puree and carrot fufu. That is what you'll be seeing at the end of the video. Try all this my method. Try this method of making okra soup and you must testify. Thank you all for watching up to this time, and it will be a great pleasure to have your beautiful and gorgeous looking faces in the next episode of Mom Essy Kitchen and More. Remember, I love you all, but in all, God loves you most. See you all in the next one. Bye bye.